What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the driveway, and welcome back in the old street tractor. All right, so you guys remember roughly about, I would say about a month ago, we had some transmission work done to this old girl. Well, in the process of going through and changing transcooler lines, the converter, the valve body, well, we had some damage, per se. If you guys follow me on Instagram or TikTok or anything like that, you guys had seen that we had a small fracture in the trans case on the return side of the cooler fitting. So anytime this thing was keyed on and it was running, well, she was pumping out some transmission fluid. Well, I put some feelers out there, contacted the guys that were power driven. Again, I'm not blaming anybody, any company, anybody, especially the guys who installed the work and did the work. Not blaming anybody on this one. So I contacted Power Driven Diesel, talked to Meyer over there, and he told me straight up there is a number of ways to fix it, but the number one way is right here. All right, so Meyer over there recommended we go ahead and look up the sonnax kit here. There's your part number, and this will do your 727s, your 42s, your 46s, your 47 and 48 RE and RH transmissions. And also he recommended that we go ahead and try the Loctite 545. It's what they recommend when they do any of the line kits, which you can tell here, this is pretty much a setup. So this is your power driven JIC style fitting here that would go into the transmission case. And this right here is the bushing that would be used in the sonnax case kit. So long story short, what you're going to do essentially is you're going to tap out that fitting, and no longer will the threads be the sealing of the transmission case anymore. That adapter right here will now be your sealing point, and apply that 545 Loctite on both fittings. Run a tap through there, clean it up really well. We're going to use some Hot Shot Secrets spray and stay grease right there. I like using that for tapping lube because it actually, the metal clings to it as you're tapping it out. And yeah, so that should pretty much be it, and we're going to hopefully fix this kit, or fix this transmission leak. The kit itself has enough for you to do roughly 3 transmissions, so everything you need essentially aside from the Loctite 545 is included. So the tap and the bushings, and the 545, I got everything through Summit, and again, you can buy everything through there as well. All right, so what we'll do is I'll go ahead and show you guys a little bit better idea, perspective, and just give you kind of a view, if you have the same situation, what you'll see when you get in here and what you're going to be doing. Again, it's not a massive job by any means. Usually this can be done within an hour. The whole idea behind it is just run that tap till it pretty much bottoms out. And at that point, just every so often, you're going to pull the tap out, clean it, re-grease it with whether it be wheel bearing grease or, like I said, the Hot Shot stay and spray grease. And just, you know, rinse and repeat until it bottoms the tap out. And then you're going to run your bushing in. You're not going to go super tight with it. Just like the power driven kit says about the lines, you just want to go ahead and snug everything up. Let the Loctite do the job. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and save you the heartache of watching me take the lines out and just kind of give you an idea overview wise. So if you guys can see right there in the hole, the threads kind of end early. And with the kit, you're going to tap it all the way out till it bottoms out, which at that point changes just how the fluid is going to flow through there. All right, so the long and short of it is, I'm going to put you guys on a time lapse. We're going to go ahead and tap this out, install the new bushing. Again, I cannot reiterate this enough. Make sure, if you're going to do this without tearing down the case, to grease the tap, and every so often pull that tap out, clean all the metal shavings off of it, and then obviously reapply your grease and rinse and repeat until you're ready to put the bushing in. guys, so when it's all said and done, this is roughly, let me see if I can get some light in here, halfway decent. All right, so you'll have threads pretty much the whole way through until it starts to taper off. And again, guys, one last thing of note before we do the install. You can go liberally with the 545, and I would recommend it personally. You know, I would definitely go a little crazy with it because, again, you're going to allow this to hold inside the transmission case. Again, there's no other sealant being applied. This is it. And this will lock it in into the transmission case, and hopefully no further leaks from there. All right, guys, so if you can see there is the bushing and the power driven diesel adapter kit and the transmission line kit all installed, all cleaned up for the most part. Now, some of you may ask, well, how far into the fitting do I have to go, or how far into the transmission case do I need to go with the fitting? Now, I had talked to Meyer about the same question. I said, is it even required to tap it? Can you just put the bushing in there? And he's told me that in some instances, he was able just to thread the adapter fitting in there and it worked fine. But for my application and counting the threads back, here's your example. So if you see here, where that line is roughly 6 threads in. That's what I have exposed right now on mine. So as you can tell here, you've got plenty of thread engagement and then the taper into there. We're going to start the truck up, let it run, and we're going to check it for leaks, and hopefully we have no more leak, and then we can actually get this truck ready to go down track here next Sunday. All right, so far so good. No leaking.
Few moments later.
All right, guys, after a 15-mile ride, got the trans temperature up to about 150, 160 degrees. You can tell right there, no further leakage. I'm gonna go ahead and call that a win. Do what you guys always do, like, share, subscribe, P-Pump the world, and the link will be in the description for the sonnax repair kit. If anybody's interested, or if anybody has any further questions, hit me up on Instagram right there, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Oh my god, is that a 12 valve?
Walled in, chain swinging, we don't see eye to eye. Big chula on my hip, know you see it poking.